Hey everyone, it's time for some more Monster Hunter, and today we'll be advancing past the 1-star quest into the 2-star quest. So in order to do that, we will be getting to the urgent quest today. Now, I have noticed that my last couple of videos weren't put together too well for various reasons, namely a time crunch, so I will try to make an attempt to make this one a bit better. Still, that said, sit back, relax, let's get right into it. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, I'm not really sure where to go from here. I know there's a couple more gathering quests we haven't done yet. I know last time we did the party time quest. No, that wasn't last time, that was the time before. We already did the sculptor's errand, now we got a pan for goldfish and do the attack of the giant bugs. It looks like the mushroom hunt in the jungle as well. Let's go ahead and do panning for goldfish, because it sounds like this one is going to be quite miserable. Well, it seems like Rain has come to give me a hand, which is, of course, always appreciated. Before I go on the quest, I probably should get some items as well. For penning for goldfish, it probably means we gotta fish, so let's get some worms. Now, know when it comes to penning for goldfish, you're gonna want a fishing rod. I'm not exactly sure where they would be. Well, not a fishing rod, but bait. Thankfully, I've already maxed out my worms. Judging by the hot drinks, it looks like I might need to choose a spot that has a naturally cold environment. Which means that our stamina will probably be decreasing fairly quickly. I didn't know that Malinks would be here. Thankfully, I believe I have some Felvine, so I don't have to worry about them stealing Arathalo's part. It seems that, unfortunately, we did have a bit of a server error. I believe I lost internet connection, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get that resolved. Great, you ready to pan for some goldfish? So, a mistake I made last time is I forgot to clean out my inventory. So now that I got that done, yeah, I got worms. And I disconnected. Very sorry about that.
It's not really good to say if you say I got worms. That's a bad news. But yeah, I guess when I saw your pointer starting to float up away from the map, I was like, he either fell under the map or is disconnecting.
So outside of Area 7, do you know if there's any other areas that you can fish at over here?
Only area 7. And if you look in the water, you see no goldfish, you have to go 2 zones away, like zone 3 or 10, then come back. That's one of the conditions to make the fish reset in the pond.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised there's no bullfingo here. Actually, I haven't seen any in the swamp yet. What do you know? I got a golden fish. Oh, I got my first golden fish. Great. They said 2 zones away should make them respawn, right?
Yep.
That actually reminds me of another PS2 game I was really fond of. It's Final Fantasy XII. Believe it or not, Final Fantasy is actually what got me into Monster Hunter. It was Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XII. Specifically that Guardian Beast from 10, and there are these things called ring. I can English. Ring worms that would spawn in this one map, and I was extremely fond of them. I would just go out there and hunt them to my heart's content. And then I discovered Monster Hunter. There it is, I got another one. And I got another one. Great. I always think it's funny how I always have the worst luck whenever I'm playing alone, but every time I record, it's like I get everything I need right away. I just need this last one. I kid you not, the golden fish couldn't be any further away than it is now. Does the fishing ever get any easier? Oh, there we go. I just had to ask the magic question.
Oh, perfect.
Let's turn this in.
That's nice.
Quest 1 done. Just a couple more to go. Mushroom picking for the jungle.
I don't got a pickaxe on.
Oh no.
And
Why'd you throw a rock
so
at the moss swine?
Yeah, we're dead.
What did the poor moss swine ever do to you?
Which is not that bad. At this level at least. And this one is done.
That is something I miss about the older games. As nice as the newer games are, they just can't quite capture that vista that the older games can with, like, skyboxes and stuff. Alright, now we need to show them our cooking skills. Alright, if you're like me and you always come underprepared, then you should not come underprepared. Oh, who's that? Kut-Ku? That is Kut-Ku.
Oh, wow.
Kut-Ku really doesn't like us killing the Aptonoth. I'm starting to understand what people were saying by the lance is the strongest weapon in the game, and you can just, like, stun like monsters with it. I tried using it on Rathalos, and I just kept bouncing off. That was my struggle with it. 10 in a row, let's go. Man, can you imagine not being able to block? That'd be crazy. Alright, we have already done the Velociprey Lords. There's the Velociprey Hunt, Attack of the Yian Kut-Ku, and there is one more quest we will need to do, and then I'm trying to remember what it is. Well, we're about to do the Attack of the Yian Kut-Ku now, and there's the Velociprey Hunt. I'm doing every quest at least once. That is my promise with this playthrough of the entire series. Every quest will get some representation. Admittedly, the more I play, the more I question my sanity with starting with this game instead of G or Freedom. I'm hoping that by the time I get to Monster Hunter Tri, the online will be fully available for the public, because I am really excited for playing through Tri multiplayer. In games like Tri or Frontier, I want to try out the Magnet Spike, the Medium Bow Gun, the Tonfa, and the Switch Axe F especially.
There's a special switch axe?
Yep, in Monster Hunter Frontier, it's called the Switch Axe F. It can block and it can supercharge, like in Generations. But it can just supercharge normally. Hi, Yian Kut-Ku.
Good area, though.
You know, I meant to paintball him, and I just ate a steak in front of him. So yeah, that was a smart idea. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Oh no! So unfortunately I was having a lot of network connectivity issues before, so it looks like Goblin and Rain won't be available for playing for the rest of the night. It is actually later in the day. I hurt my arm at work, so I am taking this time to actually catch up later in the evening. I don't have any sort of hunting party sorted out. I'm probably going to try to make this a bit more of a personal thing from this point forward. Just for the rest of this episode, mainly because I just want to go ahead and get this out of the way and get past the urgent quest. However, I will see if there's anybody in the lobby that would be willing to join me on my missions. Now, I am going to have to see if I can get a couple of flame sacks for my red saber before I actually finish everything up, or at the very least before the next episode. That will be needed in order to upgrade it. So there's only a couple of missions left that I need to do. I need to do the Velociprey hunt, and then I believe there is one more. We already showed them our cooking skills. I think it's the Velociprey hunt and hunting a Yian Kut-Ku. Because before when we were fighting it, I did lose internet connection. So I'm going to go ahead and deal with the Velociprey hunt. Now, there is a Rathalos wandering around the area, so that will make it a bit difficult to deal with, but as long as I avoid the Rathalos, I shouldn't be in too much danger. This should be pretty simple and easy, the same as before. Basically, all we're going to need to do is go around the map and hunt the Velociprey as we find them. There should be set areas where they are available to fight. I shouldn't need too many items because even though they have increased health, since this is multiplayer, I do have an excess of resources, and with me having effectively a Rathalos sword and shield that does additional fire damage, that should be everything I need in order to properly dispatch of them. The first place I'm going to check is Area 8. That is the closest spot, and the Rathalos can't show up there. There should be 3 to 5 Velociprey that do show up here, and I think we only need to kill 20, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we need to kill 20 Velociprey. So let's see what the Velociprey we have here. We shouldn't need to worry about carving them, so it should be as simple as just get rid of them and go from there. Alright, that's 2 down already. There's one over there, and there should be one up there. Although, that could be that one and it just jumped down. Also, if you don't know, if you have a slashing weapon and you hit a Velociprey while it's jumping through the air, and that hit would have killed it, it'll actually cut it in half. Next place we'll check is Area 10. There's always an abundance of Velociprey here. At least in missions where Velociprey are an enemy you have to fight. Looks like they aren't here right now, so I'll have to come back later if I don't find enough of them to kill on my own. With it being a Velociprey mission, Area 3 should be a good old reliable. There is a very real danger of Rathalos showing up here. Here, in Area 9, and in Area 5. We need to be mindful and listen out for the wing beats of Rathalos. With the Velociprey here dead, we will move on to Area 2, and we should find plenty more there. Alright, looks like we're already halfway through. Now, I am a little concerned because I know there should be some areas where the Velociprey should respawn, or if I haven't already taken them out there, they should be in Area 10 as well. I really don't want to go to Area 9 because normally Rathalos is there, but I'm probably going to check Area 9 first, and then I'll jump over to Area 5. Hopefully there should be at least 5 in each area, and then that should round up the quest for us. Now, it does look like the Rathalos is here. I am considering if I should paintball it or not. I'm probably just going to cut my losses and run for now. Rathalos won't stay here forever, but Area 9 is its favorite spot. So what we might have to do is go over to Area 5, take out the Velociprey there, and then after that, we'll need to come back and see if Rathalos can help us kill the rest of the Velociprey by running around like an absolute spaz. Oh, see, like that. Once we hit the Velociprey, that attack would have killed it normally, but since it was jumping right as we hit it, it actually cut it in half. That is something that quit happening after, like, Monster Hunter 2 and Frontier, I believe. I think as soon as Monster Hunter 3 came around, they quit doing that. And obviously, I don't do it in Monster Hunter Rise, because I know the Velociprey are in Master Hunter areas. Should be pretty simple now. All we gotta do is go over to Area 9, and then we can take care of the rest from there. Now, I'm thinking about going around... Oh, never mind. Rathalos is right here. So what I'm gonna do is, while we got a chance to breathe, I want to paintball. Because now that I've paintballed Rathalos, I know exactly where he's going to be for, should be basically the rest of the mission. We're at 14 out of 20, so we might have to go back to Area 10 and see if some Velociprey have respawned there. But as long as there's 6 over here, we should be okay. There's likely not 6 over here, but I'm hoping there are a couple of areas where the Velociprey do respawn. Like right now, I'm only seeing 2 or 3 maybe. Looks like we only got to kill 2 more. So I'm going to assume this Velociprey must be in Area 10. I can't think of anywhere else they would be. I have never seen Velociprey spawn in Area 6, and I've already cleared out Areas 2 and 3. Okay, good. I am hearing Velociprey here. We only got to kill 2 more, so as is, this should be enough to take us to the end. Would be nice if I could actually see what I was doing, but I can tell there's 2 Velociprey in this bush, which means this bush will be our road to victory. Thank you, Bush. The rest should be pretty easy from here. We should only have to kill a Yian Kut-Ku, and then after that we'll need to capture Yian Kut-Ku for the urgent quest. So we will be getting plenty of Kut-Ku action in this video. Hey, it's my buddy. It's always nice to see one of my viewers just out there playing Monster Hunter normally. It looks like Big D is willing to help us out again. All you gotta do is kill Yian Kut-Ku and then capture Yian Kut-Ku. It looks like we don't have a kill quest for Yian Kut-Ku available, so I'm gonna have to reset my quest. Looks like Big D's willing to post the Kut-Ku quest. I was looking for the kill Yian Kut-Ku quest, but I did not have it available. Thankfully, Big D's willing to help me out. Since I do got a sword and shield, I'll be bouncing off the Yian Kut-Ku quite a bit, but as long as I stay near his beak, I believe, I should be okay. Should be fairly quick and easy. Kut-Ku should be spawning in Area 2. At least I know when you first fight him, that's where he's at. Just gotta listen out for his footsteps. Yep, and there's his footsteps, and there's his cry, and there is Kut-Ku. What's up, big guy? I really need to figure out where he's soft so I can do proper damage. Oh, and of course, with my internet being as bad as it is, latency will be a problem. However, we made it through the quest pretty well, and now all we gotta do is go capture a Kut-Ku. So it looks like I almost forgot Attack of the Giant Bugs. This one is a little much because it wants you to slay 50 Vespoid. So we did manage to get a full party for this, so let's go ahead and get it done. 50 Vespoid on your own would be pretty awful. They are kind of hard to hit, and generally whenever you want to target one, they will then choose that time to fly around everywhere and then do these dive bomb attacks. However, with having a full party, we should be able to handle it just fine. Each of us only needs to kill like 12 or 13 Vespoids, and as a single player, solo mission, that is pretty doable. And normally the Vespoid will be spawning in areas 3, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Possibly area 4 as well. I don't know about area 1. I could have sworn I remembered some being here. Oh yeah, here they are. Of course, you gotta be mindful of the Hornetard. They will stun you and cause some damage. But there are a few Vespoid here. Oh, Plesioth is here. Yeah, I forgot that happens on this mission. So just gotta be mindful of the fish. Alright, looks like we are good to go. We still have 1 Vespoid left. So I might as well take it out. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be urgent quest time. What I'm going to need to do is capture a Yian Kut-Ku. I swear it said capture a Yian Kut-Ku before. Well, I guess we gotta slay the Gypteros. So let's go ahead and slay the Gypteros. Of course, we will be having Big D joining us to give us a hand. Looks like nobody else wants to join, so it looks like it's going to be me and Big D killing the Gypsaros. Shouldn't be too bad, though. Since he is doing his little funky chicken dance, it does look like he is going to leave the area now. Now, whenever Gypsaros does start flying around, you have to be mindful in this area because he likes to dive bomb. Which is weird, because he doesn't really do it a lot in the swamp map or in the Forest and Hills map. But I have noticed that the last time I fought him in the jungle, I believe I have before. I remember him dive bombing at least twice. But it doesn't look like he's doing his little world tour attack right now, so he should be able to just focus him down. If we can avoid being hit ourselves, of course. Normally in this map, when he flies up, he does it to reposition himself. So if he's flying around over here, I'm not usually too worried about it. Of course, whenever he does fly up in Area 3, this here is a safe place to go, because that's normally where he ends up. Somewhere over in this area, at least. Alright, so like before, he is just repositioning again, and he's right over here. As I play, I'm still learning new things, but thankfully it is pretty easy to pick up on some of the AI patterns, even if you do fight them in new areas. So, fighting the Gypsaros in the forest is not what I thought it would be. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's still really bad. Having a monster like Gypsaros running around in an area where you're struggling just to see anything in front of you, it's not an ideal experience. Thankfully, though, we did manage to kill the Gypsaros. And just like that, that's the urgent quest done. We should be able to carve this guy and get back into town and wrap up this episode. Alright, and I'm going to call it an episode there. Thank everybody who decided to join me today for these hunts. Now that we've gotten past the urgent quest for the 1-star missions, we can start doing our 2-star missions next run. And hopefully things will get a bit more exciting. I know this episode is really late today. I'm either going to be driving to where I would normally work to upload this episode super late tonight, or I'll be doing a double upload tomorrow. Either way, I am going to try to see if I can start pre-making, for lack of a better term, more episodes, so that I can try to prevent something like this from happening again. And just so I can possibly try to finish the series faster. Maybe create like 9 or 10 episodes in advance so that by the end of it all I can have a bit of breathing room, or if I just want to take a day to take a break, I can do that and then spend 6 to 8 hours just whipping up a couple of episodes to make up for the lost time. But that said, thank everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and of course leave a comment down below if you have any advice for me or want to give me any additional information that could help me in the future of the series. Keep in mind, I do have a Discord server you can join now if you do want to play with me. It'll be linked in the description below, as well as my Patreon if you want to support the future of the channel or recommend other games for me to play outside of Monster Hunter. Check it out as well. That way I can actually see in the jungle map. Bye now.